what the hell's going on here? Is this grab ass or is this just danger mode?
Here's the thing. Bama is who we thought they were, Ari. They're not good on the offensive line. They're not good at quarterback. They don't have receivers, and they're slightly above average at running back. There you go. Like, they can't score.
They're apparently awful on the offensive line. Pee Wee was right. Calling into the Nick Saban show, and Nick Saban being like, look, we're garbage on offensive line. And then you saw that. USF, which won one game last year, is teeing off on Alabama quarterbacks in this game.
Now, I will say, Chris, Nick Saban said after the game that they were running the most exotic pressures that Alabama will see all year.
Okay.
I'm sure that's true.
Not Orlando.
However, it highlights
putting the fear into Nick Saban.
I know. It highlights
what does an exotic pressure consist of?
Just bringing guys from different spaces and making.
Sounded like a massage place to me. I mean, I could use.
It's making your offensive line communicate, which was a huge weakness for them last year. But the problem is, the thing about when one team does something, a lot of other teams are going to try to duplicate.
Yeah, you don't think LSU is going to bring some exotic blitzes now?
Yeah, that might be true. But dropping a defensive end into coverage and bringing in a linebacker off a stunt is not the craziest thing in the world. It's not like you can't install that in the week, right? So, I mean, this was them last year, and it's them this year. Anyway,
here's the thing that's most interesting about the Alabama team that's going forward now is we've seen 3 quarterbacks play for them this year. They're kind of down bad right now, and it's like we don't even know what should be next. Like, what quarterback should start? Who's been the best? Did anybody strike any confidence in you? I know when Simpson came into the game, there was one sack, right on. I think it was the first drive that where he was parallel to the ground while in air, and I was like, God, this guy has no chance.
I thought it was weird we didn't see Milroe. I don't know what's going on there. That's weird.
You would think that Milroe would have came into the game because at least he's old steady, right?
Well, yeah. But even with his legs, the offensive line is breaking down, and just let him athlete it up against a team that he should be able to run around. You're not going to be able to scramble and run and get free against Texas, but you should against USF, especially with the way the offensive line was playing. The fact that he didn't see the field is I'm wondering if there was something weird at practice this week, or I don't know what they saw, or maybe he's hurt. I don't know. But the fact that he never got the call in a game like this, and Ty Simpson gets one before him, it's weird.
I said put Xavier Weaver and Jimmy Horn on that USF team. Do they win today?
That's actually a good question, Max. I don't know. They might need a quarterback.
Every USF play was just a quarterback run from Byron Brown. Ended up with 92 yards on the ground.
I don't love USF's personnel. I think Golish is going to get them back to doing some good things.
If you put Milroe on that USF team, do they win today?
Yes.
I think that's
yes.
So in our preseason group of podcasts, Manny and I did the oddly specific predictions podcast, and one of mine was that Alabama starts 3 quarterbacks throughout the season. We may get there by week 4 now, because Ty Simpson finishes 5 for 9, 73 yards, was not great, but he wasn't terrible. Tyler Buckner was terrible, and if Jalen Milroe can't go for whatever reason, Ty Simpson maybe gets to start next week. But this, I think this should be the gold medal. I argued that this is the gold medal game. This was 10-3 until the final seconds of the game. This is Alabama in USF, which won
my panic button is
one game last year, and this is their 3rd game with the new coach.
The reason why it didn't get the gold medal
and ruining your offensive line. This is the most stunning Alabama performance I've seen in 10 years at least. Yeah. This was crazy.
It's actually a good take, Chris.
Yeah,
what were you saying, Ari?
Well, the reason why I didn't get the gold medal is because grab ass is different than having real issues on your roster exposed. Yeah, that's to me, it's we're calling Texas grab ass because they were playing around with Wyoming and
it's USF.
No, I know, but we're not saying. I mean, Alabama was not just hey guys, quit screwing around. They were having a hard
Alabama
time
has legitimate trouble. Yeah,
they're getting in the red zone, and they're getting in the red zone. Ty Simpson's catching the snap, and he's got 3 guys in his chest immediately. I'm my God.
We're not calling the Tennessee game a grab ass game. They just lost. I think that it's surprising that Alabama is in this position against USF, but we're in a position right now where Alabama could be a legitimate 4 or 5 loss team if this is what they are.